Welcome, collectors and hobby enthusiasts. Thank you for tuning into this very special edition of Diecast Emporium. You guys seem to be enjoying these collection update videos. They do take a little bit of time to put together, but as long as you guys are enjoying them and the analytical data keeps pouring in that you guys are enjoying them, I will try to do as many of them as I can. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at my collection of asphalt compactors or vibratory drum rollers. So we're going to be starting out with the smallest and working our way towards the largest in numerical order, or excuse me, in alphabetical order based on manufacturer of the machine. So the first that we will look at, and again, all of these have been reviewed in depth in their showcase video on my channel. So for example, this model, the Diecast Masters Cat CB 2.7 patch roller. This has its own showcase video, so if you want a more in-depth look at any of these machines, just go ahead and look them up on my channel. So this is a 1:50 scale, as I said, patch roller, the Cat CB 2.7 by Diecast Masters. A very, very small roller, but highly detailed. A recent release that came out last year. Very cool model. And it was one that was missing from the Cat scale model lineup. We always wanted a small roller, and it was wonderful that this was released to fill that gap. It articulates in the center, has a fair amount of detail up here, nice warning light, and a bunch of nice details back here, including a scraper above the drums to keep the material from sticking to them. And overall, just a very nice looking little small roller. Next, we have the MGHAM HD14VV. Again, another patch roller or small roller. Very nicely detailed NZG model as well. And again, if you guys want a closer look at any of these, please go ahead and look these up on my channel. So there is that one. So let's go ahead and move on to the bigger stuff. I just posted this video the other day. This is the caster scale models Bomag BW206AD compactor. Again, an overall very good model. Lots of detail going for it. Solid build quality. So if you have a lot of real-life Bomag equipment working around you, as I do, or you're a fan of their stuff, it's definitely priced reasonably. So you may want to consider adding one of these to your collection. Alright. Time to turn the history books back in time a little bit. So this was the first roller I ever owned in my collection. This is a Joel model. And this is the Cat... What is this? This is the CB 534. Yeah, 534, I believe. So Joel made two versions of this that I'm aware of. One was the open cab version, obviously this one, and they made an enclosed version, which I never bothered to buy because personally I never really saw those around me. But this was cool because you could adjust the operator's seat just like you can on a real roller, so he had a better field of vision as he's compacting. And it's a pretty hefty model. There you go, Joel scale 1 to 50. Now, all Joel models were made in Spain, and again, for the time period, late 80s up until the mid to late 90s, they had decent build quality, and their decals were always, well, not always, but most of the time they were done by stickers. And that's the case with this model too. Right here you can see that it's not really a decal, it's a sticker. I don't know if my camera will focus. There you go. If you look and see the CB 534, that's clearly a sticker and not a decal. But again, for the time it was pretty decent. Had the water tanks and everything, so I always liked it. Alright, so then we moved to the Cat, I think this is another, yeah, this is the CB 534D XW. So this is still, to this day, in the Cat scale model lineup by Diecast Masters as a Core Classic Series model, but originally, Norsk released this in the early 2000s, so it had the old pyramid logo and trade dress. And Norscot made two versions of this, one with the enclosed pampered operator cab with air conditioning, all that kind of fun stuff, and then this one with the open ROPS, which you were way more likely to see here in the States. And again, it's now in the Core Classics lineup by Diecast Masters with the Power Edge logo and updated trade dress. But this was also cool because the Norscot one, the seat did rotate and move. And it was nice to have an updated roller besides the Joel one. And again, you can find reviews of both the Norscot one and the Diecast Masters version on my page. So be sure to look those up as well if you're interested. All right, now on to, in my humble opinion, as they say, my favorite roller out of these. And this is the Diecast Masters Cat CB13. This is another new release that was just released last year. Tons and tons of detail on this. Again, another model that's offered in both the ROPS configuration and an enclosed cab. Tons of detail, including lines going to the drums, water lines, warning labels, and labels for your tie-down joints for a lowboy. Updated cat graphics. You have your GPS up here as well. And you even have this little edge piece, which is very nice. And it may be a little bit difficult to see, but there's a ton of interior detail on the instrument panel there. So, again, if you're looking for a updated roller and the newest roller to date that you can get by Cat in 1/50th scale, this is the one you want to go for. And again, depending on where in the world you live, you can get the CB13 with a ROPS or the enclosed cab. Next, we have the Art Dynapac CC 424HF. I believe this is you guessed it, another model that you can get with the open ROPS or the enclosed cab. For a Art model, and I know this is going to be a little bit odd to say, but this actually has decent build quality. Lots of detail, including these bolt or rivets that really make it come alive and stand out. Not sure if it was designed to do this or not, but you can take the top off if you wish and add a figure inside. There's also a nice mirror over here, and then the top just snaps back on just like that. So there is that one. And for the last of our standard rollers, this is the WSI Ham HD Plus 110. I think most people would say that this is probably one of the best in terms of detail, quality, and just overall nice 1/50 scale rollers that you can get. This compartment back here even opens, but you do need some patience. But that compartment does open right there. And you have tiny highlights all up through here. And then again, your lines going to the drums, detailed operator's control station. You have a light up on top. These mirrors, mine never came straight, so be aware of that when you take it out of the box. But any construction model by WSI is very, very, very well done. And also it has this ability too, which does the real roller does, so you can offset it if you want, which is cool. You don't get that option on many rollers. So you can have this drum slightly going this way and this drum slightly going this way to cover more surface area in one pass. But for my money, as nice as this is, and I do love it, I still prefer, this was my favorite until this came out last year. Alright, so now we will go to pneumatic tire rollers, or finishing rollers, and I have two examples of those. Here is a real relic that has survived a handful of moves throughout my lifetime. This is the Conrad Caterpillar PS500 pneumatic tire roller. Bunch of different versions of this were made, with some stair variation, some cat logo variation, but this is the one I have. Very, very well built. To give you an indication of the age of this, if this will focus. If this will focus, okay, it's not going to focus. There we go. So right here, it says made in West Germany. So this is older than 1989, which is when the Berlin Wall fell. Truly a wonderful, wonderful older model. As you would expect, the tires are rubber. You can turn them, which is awesome. And it's a very simplistic machine, but any of the real applications that the real machine can do, you can achieve with this old girl. And check out those 3 steering wheel setups. And I'm super fortunate and lucky that this thing has survived and there's virtually no paint chips or anything on it. Alright. So I thank you guys for sticking around through this whole video. And for the last one, we have a MGHAM GRW 280. Another tire or finishing roller. This is much smaller than the Cat one, but they are the same scale. Of course, all of these are 1:50 scale. And this is another one that you can get with an open ROPS if you wish. Very nicely detailed model. These scrapers can go up and down on the tires, which is really cool. As you can see here, you can move them up or down slightly. It's just a very, very cool model. So there you have it, collectors. That is my entire collection to date of asphalt compactors and rollers. Hope you guys liked them. Hope you enjoy this video. Again, if this continues to get the positive reception from you viewers as the other ones have, I will consider doing more of these collection update videos. Just bear in mind that it does take a while to get all of these out of the box and out of storage and then set up and then put back in the box, and yeah, you get the idea. So, again, let me know down in the comment section below if you'd like to see more of these, and also let me know out of all of these, which one is your favorite, and perhaps which one you guys own, or which one you want to purchase and add to your collection. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.